Hello, once again, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the KingKnub Show. I'm your host, KingKnub, here with, I believe, personally, some amazing hope-giving news. If you have yet to hear, there are over 50,000 truckers, more now, who have started a freedom convoy heading to, how do I pronounce this name? Ottawa? That is the capital of Canada, to head there to protest the vaccine mandates and the different mandates that's being imposed on the Canadian public. All over different parts of Canada, people are being refused service, or people are being told they can't shop in certain stores if they're unvaccinated. So the people are finally rising up. People have been talking for a very long time of starting an uprising to go against their tyrannical governments, stripping away, taking away their rights, and people are finally standing up. I don't want this to be something that people, they stand up, people in America sees it, wow, this is amazing, and they start to get real hopeful, and then they feel like they make a little progress, and then they stop. What's happening right now does not need to be that. There needs to be continual pushing to have our freedoms back, to have it to where all the mandates are gone. No vaccine mandate, no mask mandate. We have to keep pushing to do what's necessary. What's crazy about all of this is that 90% of Canada's population is supposedly vaccinated, but we have over 50,000 truckers here and many more people in support here. But the craziest part about all that is the only reason people are getting vaccinated in large part is because they were being told that they would be getting taxed for being unvaccinated.
What did he say?
The fact that you have to force people to get vaccinated by charging them money, charging them their own money, their hard-earned money, you're forcing them to get vaccinated. Once you start messing with people's money, that's where it really gets bad. People have families to provide for, and you're attacking them because they choose not to get vaccinated. And not to get this, get our channel like taken down or something like that, but if you take your time to look at the data on the vaccine and the efficacy of it, the data is clear. That's all I'll say. Hey, it's me again, slight future Reggie, telling himself once more, you can't say certain things on YouTube because you know you'll get banned. So because of that, I'm asking you guys to go over to our Patreon, patreon.com/redlibertymedia, to get the unfiltered content, the unfiltered opinions, the straight up truth. Because some stuff we just can't say, unfortunately. Big tech, we know how they operate. So if you want to hear more of this epicness, more of the straight up realness, you need to go over to the Patreon, patreon.com/redlibertymedia. Get it. Back to the video. Once upon a time, it was just your choice to get the vaccine, and then it went into, hey, if you don't get the vaccine, you're being selfish. And then it went into, they'll pay you if you get the vaccine. Because in my own workplace, there were lotteries, different lotteries, and people say, hey, sign up, do this so you can get some money. $500, $1,000, $5,000. An employee won $10,000 simply for being vaccinated. No other thing has made people earn more money for simply doing something this simple ever in my workplace, ever. And this has happened in many other workplaces in America. Despite the uprising that we're seeing right now in Canada and in other parts of the world now, thanks to this, the Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, I probably said his name wrong, I don't care. He called the Trucker Convoy a fringe minority. The Prime Minister also said that these people have unacceptable views, but if you actually pay attention to what's going on in the world, you know this is actually what people feel. People are against the mandates. They're against the vaccine mandates, they're against the mask mandates. This isn't just a fringe minority. If I hadn't mentioned this earlier, the convoy has made its way to Canada's capital, and Justin Trudeau has hid away. He's gone missing in action. You're not hearing much from him. He's probably trying to hide it out and wait it out to see if these people will disperse and clear out. And that's why people should not. But they need to keep fighting. I stand with Canada, and I hope you do as well. As I mentioned earlier as well, this convoy that happened in Canada has sparked different uprisings, and not uprisings, but protests against their governments in different parts of the world. In Europe, in different parts of Europe, and also in the US. There's a convoy that's starting in California in the US and going all the way to DC. I'm not a trucker, but I know many truckers, and I'm going to be supporting those guys all the way. There's also a Facebook page for this kind of stuff, but here's where people should be on their guard in terms of the Facebook pages. We know that different government officials like to hide themselves away amongst these groups, and they will do this to frame it in a way to make it seem like they're white supremacists or different evil people in these groups. We saw in recent news how they were trying to say that what's going on right now is a white nationalist uprising, and that's certainly not the case. Now, I believe there are also plants in these different things, and it makes it, when you have a Facebook page, it makes it easier for the government to come in and be, hey, I'm with you guys. And when they get out to these events, they do abhorrent things to make the government have a legitimate reason to come after them. So people, be careful. Watch out for these people out in the crowds. Watch out for these people driving. Everyone's not your friend. People will use this, and there are bad actors out there, so you have to be careful. So yeah, Canada, very epic. I want to personally give a shout out to Tyler L. Russell. He's giving so much footage of the different protests and events of this stuff going on. There's many videos you can find on it, because the media paints it as a certain way. There's a video from NBC. They were setting up and trying to say that they had their cameras pointing in a different direction, avoiding all the people, and he exposed them for that. But obviously you won't see this in the mainstream news because they want to cover the truth. Since I mentioned the video, I'll go ahead and show you now.
I'm gonna do a quick video here showing you CBC, showing a couple of people. Right? Look at this. Their camera, they're setting up to point in this direction. Remember that. Now let's turn around and show what's really happening here. Our news media will not cover this. They point at a couple of people. Meanwhile, this is what's really going on. Unbelievable. If you needed any more proof that it's corrupt,
that's right, it's corrupt, it's all corrupt.
Here it is.
Freedom! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Freedom! When do we want it? Yesterday!
This is what Canada is about. It doesn't matter. It's starting to
What do we want?
Look at that amazing journalism, CBC. All you have to do is turn your camera in the other direction.
Very epic stuff, I must say. Very epic. Thank you all for watching. This has been KingKnub with the KingKnub Show, and I'll see you next time.